namaste. Welcome to Ankanish Creations. So for today's video, I'm going to be upcycling two items. Like one is proper upcycle best out of waste and another is like a makeover to a plain pouch. So I have this spice jar वाली glass की bottle छोटी, उसको मैं एक सुंदर सा home decor में convert करने वाली हूँ और एक मेरे पास pouch है जो ठीक ठाक है, मतलब यूज के लिए तो अच्छा है, बट वो जो लोगो आता है जो एयरप्लेन वगैरह में मिलता है वैसा पाउच है, तो उसको हम मेकओवर देंगे और उसको एक क्यूट सा पाउच बनाएंगे. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद दिस वीडियो. First, let's start with the glass jar home decor. So I'll remove the cap because I don't need that, and then I'll be using some thick jute rope to cover this spice jar with some hot glue, and I'll stick this jute rope in a spiral pattern like you can see here. You can stick jute rope in any particular pattern you want, and if you don't have jute rope you can use yarn or any kind of thick rope, whatever you have in hand. So this is how it looks after covering it with jute thread. You can leave it as it is if you like. It looks quite decent and cute with the jute thread itself. But I'm going to cover the upper part of the jar with some normal tape to protect it from paint, because I want to leave some glass substance without painted. And then I'm going to be using this cement effect, concrete effect spray paint. You can use any kind of spray paint you have or even normal paint to cover up the glass. So now I moved on in my balcony to do so, because with spray paint we need an area which is quite well ventilated, and also I'm wearing a mask while doing this, so be careful while using something like this and take care of yourself while painting with spray paint. So yeah, I did the spray paint and then I let it dry outside for a few hours, and then we'll see how it looks. So this is how the concrete effect spray paint turned out. I am not 100% satisfied with how it turned out on the rope, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the look. It's just not what I completely expected to turn out. Maybe I should have done few more coats of paint. So now I have this dried floral. These are real flowers which came in bouquet, and we have it since like few months now, and उनको अभी तक कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है, इतने सुंदर लगते हैं. So I kept those dried flowers in this glass jar, and this is how it looks. Now let's move on to the next DIY. So I got this pouch in one of the airlines while traveling, so I wanted to paint something related to traveling. When I was thinking about ideas to paint on this pouch, I was just thinking about Amsterdam somehow, which was our first trip with parents. So I started drawing some buildings inspired from Amsterdam buildings. They have this colorful buildings all alongside the canals in Amsterdam. So I just drew some simple design of that. Now I'm placing a cardstock paper inside the pouch to protect the other side from any leaked paint, and I'm using this Fevicryl acrylic paint set to paint my pouch. So I'll be toning down the shades of each paint whichever I'm using with lots of white paint into this. So I added lots of white paint in this red paint, and I'm creating pastel shades of paint. So whenever you want any pastel shades, you have to add lots of white into little bit of that color of paint, and you will get a pastel version of that paint. So that's how I'm applying base to all of my buildings using some pastel shades. At this point, I ran out of the paint which I have mixed before finishing the building, but I somehow like the effect of some grey parts inside, like on the building painted. to give it a look of like old building, something like that. So I decided to do it intentionally in other buildings as well. After finishing the background base of the building, I let it dry completely, and then I'll use the original shades of paints which have in that box directly onto these buildings to create doors and windows. And I'll be using some contrasting shades, like on this pink background I'm using the yellow shade. Likewise, I'll use the contrasting shades on all the buildings to make it more colorful. This is how the first building turned out, and with some mix and match of the shapes and design, I'll be painting other 4 buildings as well. Now I'll again let it dry completely before adding the final border with fabric marker. So I'll be using black fabric marker to give these doors and windows and buildings a final outline, and then I'll be done with my pouch. And this is how the pouch looks. Now it's time to remove the cardstock paper and it's ready to use. I am so loving it. I am so happy the way it turned out. I hope you liked it too. So that's it for this video. I really hope you all liked it. Let me know which DIY you like the most. मुझे especially वो pouch वाला DIY बहुत ही अच्छा लगा. I mean वो जितना वीडियो में दिख रहा है उससे थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही टाइम लगता है करने में, क्योंकि वीडियो में सब फटाफट फास्ट फॉरवर्ड में होता है, लेकिन बहुत मज़ा आया मुझे डेकोरेट करके. So yeah, let me know which one is your favorite, and also let me know अगर आप ऐसे सिंपल से DIYs देखना चाहोगे which are like recycled or upcycled or makeover, something like that. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. That is really important. Let's reach to 50,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and share this video to help me grow my channel. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. Love being creative. Bye.